Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you so much for listening to my first ever episode on That's What She Said with me, means Reggie Kaur. And I'm super excited. I'm super excited to introduce you a phenomenal person, an amazing personality. Actually, I would say unapologetic person because he's different. Why? Because the society see him differently and they think he is not living according to their standard. But deep down, I think they wish they had the same courage to stand up for what he believed in. That's what our motive is too. Our goal is to bring hope and inspiration to those who are trapped in society's standard. So, ladies and gentlemen, Prateek Kalra, and he'll be online and he'll introduce you who he is.
Hello, Prateek.
Hi,
How are you?
good, good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you, and thank you so much for being here and expressing your thoughts with us. Go ahead, Prateek. Please introduce yourself to everybody out there who are listening to you. Hello, are you there, Prateek?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me. It's just an honor to be somewhere in a platform where we can come and talk about things that people most of the time disagree or people don't want to talk about it. But now in day-to-day life, people are getting more open to this, where we stand and what we do and where we come from. And it's a great platform and a great eye opener for people who don't exactly know what we go through or what exactly this is. So I would really thank you for taking this honor and
No,
doing this for us.
thank you, and
No, no,
thank you so much for being here.
no
So
problem.
first, my first question: would you please tell me a little bit about you, and when did you realize that you were? What is your pronounce? How do you want people to know you?
Yeah. So talking about myself, I am Prateek Kalra. I reside in Calgary now, and I belong to India, New Delhi. That is where my family is, and I came here as a student in 2011, and since then I am here in Canada, and it's a great place to stay, where you are open to your own thoughts and you can do whatever you want to do in life. So it's a great honor to be in this country. And then when I realized that I am gay, I guess when you are different, you get to know once you get hold of your senses. This is how I would portray it, because I guess when I was growing up, I had this feeling that I am different, and I didn't know how exactly to put it in a plate and talk about it. So eventually, when we used to go out, and you like more playing with girls than playing with boys, and you don't like playing cricket but you like doing other things. So this is how I guess you get into in that idea that yeah, you are not the same people that people think. You are little different. So I would say when I was around 9 or 10, I had this idea that I'm not like others. I am different.
Don't you think that's pretty early for you to realize 9, 10 is the quite early age
But
when
then at least
actually
you get an
a child.
idea.
Okay, yeah, but the things that you want, you are more attracted towards to playing what girls play, what boys
Exactly.
play, especially in India, they are just categorized. And you being there in a totally different world, I'm pretty sure it must be very confusing and very, I would say,
I know, right? When because
trouble.
at that age you don't really know what exactly it
Mm,
is, and then you don't know. I guess the people around you make you so uncomfortable or
mm,
give you those kind of names that you guys like. You are different. You do this. You are not normal, right? So you get that
mm,
mindset that why am I doing this? Because if
mm,
I'm doing this all the time, yes, I am different by others. As we all know, now I would say I would really like I'm blessed that I was born in India, but lately they have changed their perspective of thinking. But when I was a kid,
yes.
I would say 15, like I'm 32 now, so
Mm-hmm,
20 years back or 25 years back, things were not the same
mm-hmm.
that what they are
The
right
no one
now.
the same.
Yeah.
Yes. I agree. I agree. How was your parents react? Like, did they do anything differently to protect you from other people, from the society? What other will think of you?
I would say that I am blessed to have a parents like what I have got, and I would always pray to Babaji that I should be born in the same family with same parents every time I take a birth, because coming from an Indian background where your
Yes.
dad belongs to a business family, your mom
Mm-hmm.
is a housemaker, and the society that you live in, more than
Right.
your parents, it's more society that pumps you up or down,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
So
Yes.
coming up in like if I talk about my childhood, like I used to go out, I used to dress up, and then if there is any dance competition, my mom would be the first one to take me. Okay, Prateek, now get ready. You are doing this, you are doing that. So they never,
Oh, that's
yeah. So they never stopped me on doing things that I wanted to do. So
hmm.
I guess they
So
had
they
that
were very
idea that I am
supportive. They were very
very
supportive
supportive,
from
very supportive. Yeah,
yes. That's very good to hear because most of the time we get affected by a
we
society
do. Yes.
and what other things, what other will say. And obviously our parents live in the same environment, same society. They kind of hesitate the same doing same thing or what other will think.
Exactly.
In your case, like you said, you are blessed to
I
have
am blessed.
parents like
Like
those
if
one.
I talk about being gay, lesbian, or transgender, I like obviously when you are gay, you make friends who are from the same. Like I have lots of gay friends in India, right? So if I talk about that, and then if I talk about their family and their reaction towards of being gay, it's entirely different what my parents reaction were.
Mm-hmm.
They were
Mm-hmm.
they were shocked at the beginning when I came up to them directly, but yes, they never questioned me again. That was the first and foremost when I came out to them. That was it, and I have never been questioned since then. Like what you're gonna do with your life, or you should get married, because I have friends who got married, who have kids now, but then at the other end, when you see to them, they are not happy because they just did whatever they did, it was for the society, not for themselves.
Yeah, what other things? Because that's the road is less
Yeah,
traveled than the other.
I
We will do what everybody else do around us. Otherwise, we feel like we are abnormal. We do not fit in that
yeah.
society. What I wanted to ask you, when you were coming out, you said you told your parents. What age was that? Before that
No,
or
so I
after?
came here in 2011 when I was 22, and then
Mhm,
so yeah, when I was 24, because what happened was my family, Indian family, you should get married now and
mhm,
this and that, and they went, they saw a few
mhm,
girls, and then I never used to reply them back. So I guess they had this idea that I don't want to get married. So one evening
mhm,
I spoke to my sister. Uh, Actually, sister was the first one whom I spoke to, and I told
mhm.
her that this what I am, and I really don't want to get married, because I know in India it's very common, if you're gay or a lesbian, you get married and then you think that things will work out if you get married,
Mhm,
but that's not going to happen. It's
mhm,
your internal, this is how you were
mhm.
born. You didn't made
Yeah, this is how you feel inside.
exactly.
Like you have to. Eventually, it'll come out.
Eventually it will come out. So my parents, so
Mm,
I was 24 when I came up to them, and the only, I guess, the shock that got was my mom, and she was like, nahi nahi, sab theek ho jayega, everything would be fine,
mm,
and just get
mm,
married, like typical Indian mom, what she will do, right?
mm,
And then I said, no mom, it's not that case. Like I am gay and I don't have any feelings for girls, right? If I get married to
mm,
a girl,
mm,
she comes from a different home, and she comes with
mm.
certain,
It'll be very
yes,
hard for
and
her
it's
to
not fair
adjust
for her,
and place you.
you know.
It's not fair for her. Absolutely. I'm so proud of you, Prateek, to be as I'm talking, I feel so like pumped up. Like, my God, you think about other people before you putting them into your shoes. You know where you belong.
Exactly. And I
You're
never wanted to
okay. I'm not trying to be rude. Don't think I'm being
no, not
nosy, but I'm just trying to get some information. So I wanted to inspire other people, others too, especially from our community. I'm pretty sure there are many.
no.
They just don't want it to come
I
forward
know, and
just because of
the moment
society.
you spoke about coming on air about it, and I was really blessed and honored to say in those words, because I am the person I am. I really want people to understand that uh, being gay is not a disease. It's not a disease. It's this is how you were born, and I really want our own community to support it rather than seeing it to a very different level where they see if I talk about people thinking of me being gay will entirely be different when they have no education about it. Rather, if I am talking to you and you know what gay is, your thinking would be entirely different. So I see a mix of people where people see me. They might think that I might go around, and I have lots of friends that I can go around, and and on the other hand, if you are educated about what gayism or lesbian or transgender or anything is, it's entirely different. Where we have feelings too, we want people to love us the way we want. We want to get
That's exactly who
yeah.
you are, right? Okay, like out of concern, people who loves you as like you saw, your parents are so
Yeah.
supportive. Have they not? Did they ever question why would you subject yourself to potential discrimination out there in society? Have they ever questioned like that?
Yes, initially they did when I came up to my sister and my family, and they were like, "Okay, we got to know about it, but I don't want you to go ahead and tell all your cousin and family about it, so that you know
Yeah,
your
because I heard like a whisper becomes a rumor,
exactly.
rumor becomes news. But yeah,
Yeah,
go ahead.
and then eventually it was very close knitted, and people didn't know about it, and then when my thinking was when people will come up front to me and they will ask me, Pratik, are you gay? And my answer would be yes, I am. I would never hide with anybody that what my sexuality is, but yes, I would not go and publicize about it. But um, I would say in last couple of years, I have been very open to what I am, because I thought that if I'll stay the way people want me to stay, that is not what Pratik is. Pratik wants people to know what I am and respect me the way I am.
When the people say, "Are you gay?" Like sometime out of for fun sake, some kids like they're talking to each other. Oh, you're so gay. You are like. Do you take that as a joke, or you think you take it seriously if somebody come up to you, or you're so gay? Just maybe they're joking. They don't really mean it. But how would you differentiate? Like how would you see yourself, like whether he's being real or he's just being just picking on
So
you?
for
You
this,
know?
I would answer is if you would have asked this question to me 6 years back, I would say yes, I take things
Mm-hmm.
personally, because at that point of time I
Okay.
was more in a closet, and I didn't want to keep
You were more reserved. You were shy to come
exactly,
out to tell
yeah.
people.
But now, even if they talk
Okay.
about it and they make fun of it, which I don't care, because I have made my path of on my
Mm-hmm.
own. I have never taken any help from anybody. Or now people know me in Calgary and in Winter, and everybody knows that I am gay. I have not hided it with
Mm-hmm.
anybody, or so
Mm-hmm.
it's, I guess it's your own perspective how you want to take it. If you will take it to your heart, it
True.
will only hurt you. It won't hurt others, right?
Absolutely.
So it's better
Absolutely.
to, for me it's more like taking it on a casual note. Then yes, if people say, oh, you are so gay, and my reply to them is yes, I am. So
Right. So it's your mindset, I guess, like you acknowledged that you were gay initially when you said you were 10, 9, 10 years old, and your parents, everybody aware around you that you were gay. But like you said, you would shy away telling people that you are not gay 6 years ago, but your mind shifted last in
Yeah.
6 years. What was that change? How did that change happen?
The change came right away when I had that burden in me, and it just got off by saying to my parents that this is what I am. And that was the moment when I changed myself entirely. Like, a guy walking in 6-inch heels might not be acceptable for people who live in India or here too in Indian community. But after that taboo of me being gay to myself and to my parents
Mhm.
broke down, and the very next day I was a different person altogether, because then I realized that what I am, I want my parents to know. And if they appreciate
Mhm.
or support me, I don't need anybody else
Mhm.
support or appreciation to make me feel better, because at the end, my parents are with me. Nothing else do you need when your
Mhm.
parent stands next to you and support of what you are,
In
because
a
then you're more
society.
open, right?
Yes, you know what? Fear is in
Hmm.
ourselves. Once you know the fear that we have inside is holding us back, just us,
Nobody knows.
nobody knows. So you're pretty at
I
ease at the
am,
moment,
yeah,
I would
very
say.
much.
You don't have anything to hide. Before you had some kind of dilemma, whether you should be telling people, you should be coming out. But at the same time, I think you took a right decision at the right age. So, anything else you wanted to talk about, that the challenges you may have faced and people talk about, or
See,
anything?
especially in our community, people talk, and they will keep on talking till the time they're not done with it. I would be really blunt. If I'm very blunt, I'm so sorry. But you know how it happens is,
No, I'm sorry. You don't need to apologize. But if anything, like I said before, if I'm being nosy or anything, I want to, you don't have to answer, but I'm not
no,
being
no, no.
trying to
I would
rude.
really like to bring it on a
Answer what you
plate so that
can.
people should get to know that what exactly we go through when people act like this. So I guess this is the podium
Okay.
where you can talk, and then I don't know. I'm not going in everybody's brain, or I'm not fixing it, and I will never do it, because it's your own thinking and it's your own mentality where you come from. But at the end of the day, we
Mm-hmm.
are human too. You don't have to,
Mm-hmm.
I would just give you a scenario, a very a small story that I would share it with you. So me being
Mm-hmm.
gay, and
Sure.
I am an open gay, and people, I haven't hide it with anybody. Like, anybody knows about me and they know that Prateek is gay, yeah, that's fine. But despite of knowing
Mm-hmm.
that what I am, me dressing up, wearing 6-inch
Mm-hmm.
high heels, walking down to a banquet hall, bunch of people sitting on a
Mm-hmm.
table, educated people sitting on the table, nosy about me wearing high
Mm-hmm.
heels. It's the
Mm-hmm.
same thing. Even if you're educated, you're not, but you're still talking about the same person. You know that he's gay. His preference is different, but you're not stopping yourself to criticize that person, that why is he wearing heels because he is a guy. Again, your education's just dropped down, because you don't have that sense of mind where you are allowed to, to put something different in it. If it's a guy, he has to wear a shoes. That's the, that's the scenario in an Indian mentality. No, I am guy, but I
Mm-hmm.
am a gay, but I have feelings that I I like dressing up, so
Mm-hmm. When you say educated, I would say there are people educated who are academically educated, have degree or diplomas, and there are other people who are socially,
yeah.
educated. I think those people would respect more what's going around you than people you label like
I
you're
know, but
educated.
at
Yeah,
the end of the day, it's
mm,
your own mindset. Uh, yeah, you can't change
absolutely.
people's perspective. How they think, what they want to think. It's just that we can tell them that, we are humans, and we have the same feeling that someday, you know uh, how the other person would have, that he gets married, and if I talk about a normal relationship between girl and a guy, They get into a relationship, they stay in a relationship for a while, they get married, they have kids, they have future. This is how we are. This is how gay people want their life
Mm-hmm.
to lead to. We don't want to stay all alone by ourselves and all our life just because that we are gay. No, that's not gonna happen either. We have the same feelings that we should have our husbands, we should have a family, we should have a home, we should have a future too. So so that's the same
Mm-hmm.
mentality, the same mindset we have as a normal or a straight couple would have.
So you remind me the same when you were talking. It just came into my mind. Just like body of a boy, but thought process and
Yeah,
soul, I would
that's
say,
true.
of a girl. So, what you go through when people talk about, would you talk a little bit
What
about
I go
that?
through, again, it was a time when I used to take it very personally and I used to get sad, come home, cry, that people call me with different names. When you go to school in India and what they
Mm-hmm.
do with you, your classmates and stuff, that hurts you really, really bad, and it gets
Mm-hmm.
into your mind. And like, are you really serious? And then you question yourself, Pratik, are you seriously? Are you different? And then even if you try to act the same way the other
Mm-hmm.
guys are doing it, you don't get there, because this is what.
You are
Exactly.
lying to
Yeah,
yourself,
that's what I would
basically.
say. I was lying to
Mm-hmm.
myself for quite a bit of time, but then I realized, no, Pratik, this won't happen with you, because you are not what you're trying to be actually. And
Mm, right. Yeah. Yeah. Only those who care about you
exactly,
can hear you
yeah,
when you are even quiet. You actually will understand when you put yourself
how
into
they
their
feel.
shoes how
Yeah,
they feel. Easiest task to do,
yeah,
criticize other person about their behavior, how they look, and all that. Especially, our
yeah.
Indian weddings parties. A lot of
Just
people
to
go
judge.
there just to
And this is what
judge.
I was giving you an example. Like, if I walk into any party, they'll be
Mm-hmm.
nice on my face. The moment I turn around, they're looking at my outfit and they're giggling about it, that look what he's wearing. But at the other end, you don't know where I come from. Being, I will not talk being a gay right now. Let me talk about, if even if I'm straight and it's an Indian
The
mentality I'm
society.
talking about. And you are a straight guy
Mm-hmm.
and you are wearing bright pink shirt with
Mm-hmm.
with a different suit on, and you are a straight guy, 100% straight, you don't have anything to do with gay, lesbian, or anything of that sort.
Mm-hmm.
But the moment you wear
Mm-hmm.
something different, walk into an Indian wedding, people would be like, oh my god,
Mm-hmm.
what the heck are you wearing? It's This is not supposed to wear, this is not what you are supposed to wear. Men's are supposed to wear black suit, and we have a mindset.
Fact that they know
Exactly.
about you already. You're
Yeah,
talking about those people, right? Because a person who doesn't know you, they would think about that. They can pinpoint, well, like, what is he
yeah,
wearing, not knowing that you were gay. Obviously, there are people they have judgment about knowing
yeah,
people how they behave,
yeah,
or they can sense it. But there are a lot of people, so-called
yeah,
normal majority of people they're living in, they would address differently,
exactly.
not knowing that you were gay. What else I wanted to share?
The
Go
only
on
thing I would like
before
to
I said.
say is, uh, I know people are you know, ex, like people like us go through a lot since we are born, and once you grow up, you go through that criticism, and it's time for people to change now. And I really, I
Yes.
don't mind stepping up for that change and talking about it, because
You'll be a role model to a lot of people
uh,
you don't know
I
yet.
wish people, and I always say that to everybody, like, go on Facebook, search me. My name is Prateek Kalra, and if you are gay, if you are lesbian, if you want to talk, you want to share, go ahead and do that with me. If you need any help coming out to your parents, or parents need any more education about their kids to be not being straight and being different, you can pick up the phone, call me anytime, and you guys can talk as much as you want. As far as as far as you are ready to support your kid the way they are, and even it goes vice versa. If sometimes what happened in our culture, um, kids are more scared that what will happen if I go and talk about this to my parents, and if I open up, what would be the next, you know the whole drama thing will happen in our house, and I just want to hide it, and I just want to live in denial that no, I'll keep on living in denial, but still I'll get married, but I will still go out. How does it fare to another girl who are you are marrying? I always say that to every
Mhm.
person who is different, there is no harm in coming out. You can always go speak to your parents. At
Yes,
the end of the day, they are your parents. They will accept you the way you are. I know I know there are certain
absolutely.
uh, times, there will be certain time where they won't appreciate it right away. But yes, it's a big taboo in Indian mentality. So they will take their own time, but eventually they will be fine with it, because at the end you are their own blood. They will not let you go for a reason that you're not straight. Like, things have changed a lot around
Mhm.
us, and even,
Yes, yes.
our parents have changed too. They have seen things around, but the only problem is they don't talk about it because they find this thing is very weird, right? But since you yourself know that
Mhm.
you're not straight, and I would request to everybody that do not play with your own emotional, because at the end of the day, you are hurting yourself, you're not hurting anybody else.
You don't get, you mean you don't get
Exactly.
affected by the
Yes.
society. Just
Yeah.
listen to yourself, listen to your soul, what you have to
Who
do
you
and
are.
what who you are actually. So Prateek, would you are on
Yes.
Instagram,
Yeah.
I guess on the Facebook as well. Would you please spell your name, first and last name, so that anybody wanted to get a help and seeking some emotional
Yeah, you
support,
can
they
contact me
can
on
contact you.
Facebook.
You can send you a
My
text.
name on Facebook is Prateek Kalra, which is spelled as Prateek Kalra. And I'm on Instagram, and my
Mm-hmm.
Instagram account ID is PRTK_88. And once you type that, you will find me on, and you can anytime, even I guess I have my phone number on my Facebook, so people can go through it and then call me too. If you need any support, I am always there for the people who are looking for it.
You gotta share some, send me a couple pictures so that I can put that on my Instagram. That's what she said. And here I listen to your story and listen to your heart and
Exactly.
be who you are. Let's say 20, 30 years from now, and you regret not doing what choice you had to make today, and come
Yeah.
out of that and make that decision and make that choice. And that's what make you
Yeah. Thank you.
different, who you are. Put some picture. Anybody needs to contact you and seeking some emotional support, definitely
Sure.
will
Anytime.
drop a message to you. And thank you so, so much. I truly
Yeah,
appreciate
thank you so
your
much.
time, Prateek, and
Thank you.
wish you very good luck. And I definitely, one more thing, I'm gonna
Yeah,
bring
for
you to
sure.
the
Looking
studio in
forward to see
June.
you.
Okay, we're
Yeah.
gonna do this in TV as well.
Thank
Okay,
you. You too.
all right.
Thanks.
Have a wonderful